Hey, it's Matt with MSN.ca. We're about to go inside here and chat with Mike Tompkins. You might know him from YouTube. He's got over 100 million views. He does all the music with his mouth. He's also in town to talk about the bully awareness campaign he's doing with the Family Channel. It's a really, really important cause, and his song Stand Up is a big part of it. So let's go inside and chat with Mike Tompkins.
So here for Stand Up, this bullying awareness campaign. So why don't we start with that and talk about that and how you got involved?
I really have a heart for the kids who are getting bullied because I really was affected by that in public school, and especially in that kind of like 8 to 11-year-old range. That was kind of when it was kind of on full force. I grew up in a really small town. If you weren't kind of into hockey here in Canada, then you were kind of like weird. So I was into music and performing. I was into musical theater, and so that's kind of like the reason behind why I wanted to do it. And then the song "Stand Up" is about kind of empowering, you know, the kids who are getting bullied, and also, the bystanders who are watching the kids getting bullied.
I wanna celebrate and live my life, saying, hey, oh, baby, let's go.
I noticed in the Dynamite one, I was listening, the doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, that part is a lot louder in your track than his track. So it must have been something you recognized. When you're listening to these songs, are you looking for stuff that you can throw in there to make it a little different, or are you trying to recreate basically what they do?
At the beginning, that was kind of the game. It's kind of like, how do I make the sound as close to the original now? But like now, I'm kind of like starting to do a little more remix stuff where I'm kind of like adding my own elements.
Well, the Skrillex video's got you playing with Ableton.
Yeah, this song kind of came up, and just like the way the Santa Gold song kind of went in with the Skrillex version of Cinema. I was like, it'd be just really, really cool to be able to, perform this in a live sort of setting, or just like kind of like watch how I kind of make it, rather than doing the how I made this section, kind of like doing the how I made this as it's going along.
Is that the way the record's going to be done? Because I hear the record's been changed a little bit.
Yeah, it's kind of shifted, and partly because of that video.
Okay.
It's like I'm kind of like trying to figure out just a direction for the music, and for also just like the live show, because I know that's going to be a big part of what I do. So
Is it? Because that has only happened once, as far as I know.
Yeah, it's
in front of a very large audience.
Yeah. It's definitely something that I've been thinking about since the beginning, and I haven't really wanted to go forth with it unless it was just absolutely mind-blowing. And so I think I think we're getting really close to that. It's really exciting for me, because it's like I've been just kind of figuring this whole thing out as like going along. Like I really just started singing, like, or getting the confidence to sing on my own stuff like 3 years ago, like literally like to this date.
I think we can switch that confidence thing back to the bully. Where did you find the confidence? Where can these kids find confidence in themselves?
For me, the confidence just came with trying. About 3 years ago, I was producing, and I was like, I always want to be kind of like behind the scenes. I wanted to be an artist, but I wanted to kind of completely stay away from that. And I kind of wrote this song as a joke, because one of my friends was like, "Oh, I want to start a boy band." We were just joking. I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna write a song, kind of like cheesy pop song, basically." And it was called Dream World, and it was the first time I had ever like sung and like layered my own voice, and I was playing it back. I'm like, "Huh, this actually doesn't sound too bad." And that was kind of like that moment. I was like, I actually like burned the CD, played it in my car. I was like. I told Kelly, I was like, "This is me," and she goes, "This is you?" And I was like, yeah, it was just kind of like a crazy thing where it was like that kind of like instant moment where I was like, holy crap, like maybe I can actually sing. And then it kind of developed onto like this funny idea of doing like a Miley Cyrus cover.
I mentioned the Ellen thing there briefly, just in your only live performance ever, really. But she got you to work with Timbaland, which must have been cool, especially that's your world.
I had been, in the studio before, in bigger sessions, but never more as an engineer and not as a producer. And so it was a whole like another flip. You get you kind of have the opportunity to throw things in and throw in ideas as a producer. You know, he has a team of 3 or 4 producers kind of at all time, and it was just amazing. It's the fact that really just kind of gave me confidence that, like, the first time I played Tim one of my songs, he was like kind of like blown away, and that was like, holy crap! For one, I'm meeting with Timbaland, and 2, like, he actually likes what I'm doing.
We do something called 5 questions before I let you go. 5 quick questions, 1-word answers. Okay. YouTube or albums?
YouTube.
Lennon or McCartney?
Lennon.
Come from the hip-hop world, Pac or Biggie?
Biggie.
When you hear a song that usually hits you first, lyrics, melody, or rhythm?
Melody.
And in 1 word, Mike Tompkins.
Love. Oh, no. You got it.
You want to kick a little beatbox before we get it? Mike Tompkins.